Welcome, Kellon,
Thank you, Earlene.
to Talented Tea. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Belgraves. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Kellon Belgraves, also
Mm-hmm.
known as DJ Swift.
Yep, up in here, up in the building, top
DJ
notch.
Swift, top notch. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping on that punch of cream. What is it? Punch
Yeah,
of
man, punch your cream.
So tell us, Kellon, how long have you been in the industry?
Officially, from when I started, as in learn the art,
Mhm.
1996, so at least 24 years.
Nice. Wow, 24 years.
Yeah, and I started
Nice.
out DJing and singing at the same time.
We're at school or like,
Well, not really school. Well, singing wise, it was like different schools and stuff, like talent searches or there's like a Queen shows or shows, just go. And at that time, I used to be imitating Red Rat back in the 90s,
yeah.
Um, but then I did a talent search in 98 called the School's Talent Search.
Mm-hmm.
And I really gave my break on music scene in terms of singing. But I
Mm-hmm.
was singing like dancehall back then. And
Okay.
I started singing soca in 2000,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just a trial and error thing. Then I never really paid it much mind. But
Yeah.
I started to stray away from the singing and just focus more on the DJing
Mm-hmm.
because that was more fruitful for me.
Yeah.
Because back then, up until this day, it's not much artists here come out of St. Vincent. So
Right. Right.
DJ was working for me. So I go where, I mean,
yeah.
so to what was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. And you're from St. Vincent
St.
originally,
Vincent, yeah, the
but
mainland.
right now
I'm in the
we're
UK.
talking from you're in the UK.
Yeah, I'm in the
Okay.
UK.
You're in the UK. Hey, UK. So when you started those 20, what was it, 24, 26? You said 24 years ago?
24 years ago, yeah.
So when you started those 24 years ago, was there something that like motivated you, or was there someone that motivated you that, you know, made you want to go into the arts or encouraged you of some sort?
What happened was that in 1994, I
Mm-hmm.
went to this school fair at St. Mary's School Fair, and I saw this guy DJing. He went by the name, well, he still goes by the name Badby,
Mm-hmm.
like DJ Badby, right?
Yeah.
And I was just in utter amazement, just seeing him just mix and do everything. And I was just there, like for just hours, just standing in one position,
right.
just amazed. I was like, from then and there, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And then I
wow.
started networking, started meeting people who were in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
little tips. And then one person in particular, his name was Julian,
Mm-hmm.
call him Juju. He had his friend that had a DJ system,
Yeah.
turntables and stuff, and he took me there. We used to go there on weekends, and they taught me how to DJ.
Okay.
So from there, so basically, Juju and DJ Clint,
Yeah.
who were the ones who taught me how to be a DJ.
Okay. Okay.
And that's in 96. So between 94 and 96, I was just so into it, listening radio, but I never got the opportunity to learn
Right.
until 2 years later.
Okay. So was that your big like aha moment? Because I like to ask people if they've had that moment of like, you know, how people are like, it's this one moment that hits you and it's like, I'm gonna be that. So was when you were standing there
Yes.
watching him, that was your moment?
That was my aha moment.
Okay.
That was my aha moment. I was like,
wow.
yeah, I am going to do that. I made that decision. I am going
right.
to do that.
Right.
So said, so done.
And it doesn't always happen like that for people. Sometimes it's like a gradual thing, but like I feel like when it hits you like that and you're like, this is it. That's it. I gotta do this. It's like amazing.
I think I'm blessed though.
Yeah.
Because up
Of course
until
you
this
are.
day,
Of course you are. First
well,
of
I mean,
all.
up until this day, I kind of created history back home
Yeah.
because I was the youngest person to ever work on radio. I
Wow.
started working on radio at 12 years old.
What?
Yes, 12 years old.
Dude, yeah,
April,
that is a blessing, okay?
April the 4th, 1998. I'll never forget that day. It was a
Wow.
part-time Saturday morning gig. I was still in secondary school.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
12 years old, dude?
12 years old.
Yeah, it was definitely meant for you to do it. It was definitely, that is amazing. You don't
Mm-hmm.
hear that often. And
Yeah,
kids to like, it's good. Like, I know that it's happened to people at that age and sometimes younger, but it is a rarity to hear and to know that you actually followed, your dream at that
yep.
age and was dedicated to it at 12. A,
Dedicated.
a 12-year-old boy, little boys can't focus, and
Yeah,
for you to like do that on a Saturday morning.
for real, for real.
Yeah,
I
that's
just dedicated my entire life at that time to just perfecting the art of me becoming a DJ and being the best I can be,
wow.
in the field.
That is applause for you, for real, because that's
Thank
that's
you,
awesome.
thank you.
That's that's amazing. What has been your best or favorite gig so far that you've done?
I've done so many gigs over my period of being a DJ. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say 20, 24 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've played music in various islands like St. Lucia,
Yeah.
and I went to Canada. I played music in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
even in the US on board, Royal
Yep.
Caribbean ships, Enchantment
Yep.
and Majesty.
Yeah.
But I want to say there was one favorite one because when it's something new and the response that I receive,
Yeah.
like for instance, like when I first did it on board Majesty,
Yeah.
that was the best at that time.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And then
I'm
I did it
telling
on
you.
Enchantment. So various clubs and boat rides and all over the world, each one is just was just amazing.
Yeah.
To pinpoint which one is the best, I can't tell you which exact one, but I know I have a lot of good ones. But in terms as singing,
Mm-hmm.
when I used to sing soca
Yeah.
in 2009, I performed at the National Soca Monarch competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that song called "Nobody Can Talk to Me."
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember it.
That was the highlight of my singing career,
Yeah.
singing in front of 10,000 people and everybody just singing along and enjoying itself. And even
Boy.
people who underestimated me, they were like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would go down in the history books as my pinnacle of
Yeah.
performing as a soca, the artist,
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Yeah, that song was hot. I remember that
Mhm.
song definitely. Let me I gotta check my archives and see if I still have it in my hard drive. I'm sure I
Yeah,
do. Because
yeah,
you
you
give me a
should.
lot of music too. I remember you
Yep,
giving me
yep,
a lot of
yep.
music. I'm gonna check that out because I need to pull some of that music out.
Mhm.
Okay, so that was your favorite gig, best gig so far. So what would your like ultimate dream job be, or like your goal? What's your goal? Dream
Well,
job or a goal?
okay. My goal previously to joining the Royal Navy
Mm-hmm.
was to work at the top radio station, which I did, a
Mm-hmm.
number of them. And
Yes.
then after I satisfied those goals, I always just wanted more. So
Mm-hmm.
I then kind of left the on-air personality, and then I used to be a production manager. So I was like responsible for the ads and the staff and everything, like
Mm-hmm.
program director, right?
Yeah.
Then I did that, but the only thing higher than that basically is being the manager or running the actual station,
Mm-hmm.
and that was not going to happen because the owners are going to run their own
Right.
business, right?
Exactly.
So I've climaxed to whatever I could have done. I reached my limit and my peak in St. Vincent. So
Mm-hmm.
then joined the Royal Navy, came to the UK. But this is not my end game.
Mm-hmm.
My ultimate dream job
Mm-hmm.
would be probably working on either the BBC or
Mm-hmm.
Capital FM up here in
Mm.
the UK. That's ideal for me. I'll pursue it.
Yeah.
But there are some things in my life I had to take care of first before, I look into that.
Most definitely.
But
Wow.
then you
BC,
have to think about, the age and like, there's not really any old people. Not to say I'm old, but the younger generation is who really dominating the airways. But you never know.
You never know.
Never
There's
know. You
always
never
an
know.
opening, okay? Like you said,
Always.
you're blessed. So,
Yeah, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Keep hold of that blessing because it don't never let you go. So keep hold of it and keep going. Keep going. I can see you definitely dominating the BBC and running things over there. So that's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
once you have
I'm
a
crossed. I'm
once you have
I'm
a dream,
praying for you.
yeah, man, just speak it into existence,
That's right. That's right. I'm a firm believer in that. Definitely. It's worked for me and it's worked for other people. So it'll work for you, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right. All right, Kellon. So what are you gonna share with us today?
All right, I recently created well, I normally do mixes,
Okay.
multi-genre mixes, dancehall, soca, hip hop, R&B, reggae,
Yeah.
anything that appeals to the general public because I don't really specialize in one genre. I
Mm-hmm.
like to be open-minded and cater for everyone.
Definitely.
So I actually have a YouTube page, Top Notch Swift,
Okay.
and also same on SoundCloud, Mixcloud, social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Top Notch Swift.
Okay.
Right. So I've some mixes that are uploaded on YouTube, and
Mm-hmm.
also have some videos of stuff that I did previously and from years ago. So like some stints when I was on radio back in St. Vincent, I have
Mm-hmm.
some clips there, interviewing like queen contestants and
Okay.
like doing some motivational speaking to like students, about
Nice.
safe sex and all that.
Okay.
But the since I'm trying to build my DJ career over here, no,
Yeah.
internationally,
Mm-hmm.
there's a clip I recently uploaded on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Two actually. There's one that from the mixes where we had a party, like a backyard barbecue a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like they didn't really have a DJ, but because I have my mixes,
Yeah.
so I plugged up my phone to the speakers and the crowd was there. So it was like I was DJing,
Yeah.
because on my phone. But it was my mix that I prepared, so
Nice.
it had a clip there from that one. And
Okay.
another one, few weeks prior to that, I was playing at another backyard barbecue in a different city called Reading. I just a few seconds of me showing my skills, mixing my music and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's a share sequence today.
All right, this is a share sequence. Let's check it out.
What DJ that? What DJ?
Next tune that come now. Here we go. Everybody get time back. Hey. I believe in my product. I know what I produce.
Trust me.
Come on.
DJ bad, you fuck me, I know who but the bad. Top notch.
Big tune.
All right, Top Notch Swift. That was good. That was hot.
I mean,
So I always ask my guests also, to pick 3 of the challenge sequence questions to pick from. So
okay.
we have the who did it best.
Mm-hmm.
We have try something outside of your comfort zone. And we also have the call out round. One do
I'm
you
gonna call out. I'm gonna
Oh.
call out someone. Yeah, I'm gonna call out someone.
I love a call out, boy.
And this call out, right? This call out could be a part of like who did it best. What's the first one was who did it best, right?
Who did it best? Yeah.
Right. So basically, I'm gonna call out the landlord,
Okay.
aka Sergeant Brett, aka Roger Thompson.
Uh-oh.
He's a very good artist.
Okay.
He could sing dancehall and he could sing soca, reggae. He's very talented,
Yeah.
right? But he is a better freestylist to
Oh.
me
Okay.
and to a lot of people as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call him out,
Yeah.
and if you ever interview him or you with the call out session,
Oh, I
jump
will.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna call out landlord,
Oh, hell yeah.
and what I'm gonna call him out for is that with three of us,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give him words or give him topics, and he
Okay.
has to freestyle it. Just freestyle on the spot.
Yes.
Hoop,
Okay.
hoop, hoop. Yeah.
I'm excited. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, bet. Okay, yeah. Landlord, we calling you out.
Calling you out, landlord.
All right, bet. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I can't wait for that. I
Oh,
can't
me
wait.
too. Gonna show the world what he can do.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my
man.
goodness. Right now in this pandemic, with everything being the way it is, like I know you're in the Royal Navy and all of that stuff, but how do you keep up your craft? How do you keep it fresh? What do you do, in moments where you can't really go out to a studio or something like?
Well, there's Facebook Live.
Mm.
Sometimes go live and just play for a few hours or half an hour,
Yeah.
entertain the audience.
Yes.
There's also like these backyard barbecues, you just go and it's not paid, but
Right.
you get your team out there, you're still practicing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also doing my mixes and uploading them to social media, uploading them online,
Mm-hmm.
building the client base. I was trying to build my name a bit more internationally.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing since the pandemic had started. So
Okay.
that's actually a good thing because before I got kind of lazy, just not doing any mixes and stuff. But then after the pandemic, home every day and doing anything, then started to do my mixes again. And yeah. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, because I just want to, I know that, there are a lot of artists that are just starting out. There are a lot of, 12-year-old Kellons out there. And even, 18-year-old Kellons out there that are trying to do, what you've accomplished. And, in this time, I just wanted to give them a bit of advice in a sense to make them know that they're not alone, don't give up, and to kind of give them a couple of pointers as to what to do. So that's amazing. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Even though these backyard barbecues and Facebook Live and everything, it doesn't pay, but it's paying you in a way where you're gaining confidence. You're gaining, you're building up your skill. So that's
and you're gaining the audience as well. So
exactly, yeah.
Even if it's one view, that's one more than you had yesterday.
Exactly.
One more if you had that you never did it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so true. So thank you for that advice.
My pleasure.
So what hot tea do you have for us, Kellon?
Yeah, it's something that has been happening even before me, and it will continue to happen after me, because it's just the way of the world, and some people just believe that that's the only way that they could probably make it in the business. It's like basically throwing dirt on other people's name. It's just like for instance, I'm a DJ. I get a bit more gigs than you every weekend. I'm on the radio, I'm in the popularity. I'm the man. I mean, yeah. And it's actually happened to me, growing up as a teenager in the business.
Yeah.
People just look for the simplest things, and sometimes it's not even truth. You know, they make stuff up just to tarnish your reputation,
Yeah.
tarnish your name, or they even go like, okay, I might charge $500 for this gig. You come
Mm.
and say, man, I could give me 350 or give me 300. And as a businessman, I was like, same DJ, whatever. Yeah. So you just kind of boxing food out of man's mouth,
Right.
so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've like, even though I'm not in St. Vincent at the moment, I still keep in contact with a lot of DJs and friends there.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing of stories, so it's still happening.
Mm.
And sometimes, you know, you're scrolling through Facebook and you're seeing like this person speaking about something, you know, and they're throwing shade at other people, and they might not call a name, you know. So it's just like some things just never end. It
Yeah.
never cease. So even though
That's
it is not happening to me anymore, or
right.
maybe it is, I don't know, because I don't really study the negative anymore.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right.
It's just something that is just constantly happening. And it's not only in music, it's just in everything, in any art form.
Yeah.
People just hate to see people doing better than them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's encourage each other. Let's
exactly.
why you gonna
Exactly.
take food out of somebody else's mouth, money
Because
out of somebody else's pocket? Like, come
they're
on.
just, you know, there's a saying, um, thieves don't like to see other thieves with longer bags.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Bad
That's,
mind.
wow. That's crazy. That punch good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That punch hit the spot, boy.
Hit the spot, man.
I'm
I
having
mean,
some tea myself.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Sip that tea, talk that tea, get some tea.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Talented tea.
Talented tea. It's all about the tea.
So do you have any do you have a Black history moment for us to share?
Black history for me basically is not that much of history because it's not too long ago, but anything in the past is history.
Of course.
But Obama,
Mm-hmm.
when he became president, it just opened the world to so much more than tradition.
Mm.
First black president, you know what I mean, and one of the most successful presidents to date.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
just makes me realize that no matter who or what, when, where, how,
Mm.
if it's something that's meant to be, it will happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he overcame that barrier. This leads me to the point that I could overcome anything that comes my way.
That's right. That is so
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you go hear about me. You go hear about me. A force to be
Okay.
reckoned with, you know what I mean?
I can't wait, Mr. BBC.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna happen. Watch. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
man.
So as we're closing out our interview, do you have any encouraging words that you can share with our audience?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Never give up. Never settle.
Mm.
Always try to be the best you can be, not for your craft, but as a person.
Mm.
Because I believe the better you are as a person,
Mm-hmm.
the better outcome in life. Because you genuinely want something and you're going to make the necessary adjustments to make it happen. So
Yeah.
you be a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today. And it improves your mind. And once your mind is improved, then you might look at different ways to improving yourself and your craft.
Yeah.
So no matter what comes your way, you might have a bad week or a bad year. You know, sometimes the best things happen when you least expect it. And
That's it. That's
one day you just get up and it's like, wow, all the silver lining just came out and started blinding me. And then just blessings after that.
yeah. Wow.
So, and like for myself in this industry for like 24 years, and
Mm-hmm.
anyone who is in it at least this time or longer, or not even this long, the best thing you could do is reinvent yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because then you start to adjust to your old clientele and the newer ones. You know what I mean? Because at first I was baby Swift and I reinvented myself to top notch Swift.
Okay.
You know, after the years. after years of being a baby. You know, you grow up and things change.
Baby Swift.
Yeah, them days done. So man are top notch now. Yeah, so never settle. Always strive to be the best in whatever you do. And never second guess yourself. Listen, the minute you start doubting yourself, you already start losing. Just keep your head up and just try and learn from others. You won't live long enough to make all the mistakes yourself.
Okay.
Learn from the mistakes of others, so
Yeah.
don't make them same mistake, and should be fine.
Nicely said.
Thank you.
Top notch Swift.
In the building.
Kellon, Baby
Hey.
Swift. I just dropped all your names.
Same person.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
so happy to be a part of it, for real.
Yes, and I'm happy to make you a part of it.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing artist, DJ. Keep going.
I try.
Keep going.
I try my
Keep
best.
going. We're gonna keep up with you and follow you through too.
Definitely. Don't forget Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Top Notch Swift. Same on Mixcloud and SoundCloud. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right.
Yeah. Good job,
Erlene.
Kellon.